Tuna naruptan kamena lehtaatuki ham. Le machpiat hak be mietsaletju kata. KILI ikhansolar letjav walehansna. Wapre zapta eta wapre shakpe waha. Letjav kata waunasna. Le KILI radio woyake wapre KILI radio storytelling out. Talekta to Kalitcha Wakata Wahina. Le Mishnalahi Lili Hector Hai Chan Takuku Ita Ilag Kitchapcha Hips Olekta to Kalil in Woya Kea Mosi Num Awahi Tatoksana Washitya Balawana na kung Lakota oblak. Ocha tona na ropta na kamena lila pilamaya pi. Ne lechma kata wa uhanta takom ne le wonspe echata le oya ekta oya le lecha uyuh pe echa oya el de Lakota bechata ilagmech. Tomansna le hechata kuku nawach onais wambalake hina yenash na yawake. Na kule waya lil akea manyata he chana kun ishata kuku lila le la kol vichoha nais Lakota ya pikile le nadila yoha isha tokeske chumpon kai Guluash akate nais na ko apikya. Tanas na vichaychat. Huna ha le stale hai chankugna amit khaychukchi beniluzana ta kuya pon khanlele. Vikhoshkala ka ya lila taya Lakota ya pikele ya yakan yokpia. Lakota ya pe. Khanlila Yomak pinna kundila onachwashte chunke hena le machpia luta waya chata hip ona waya wichake kina kuya hankashi filomin lat dan le na word le oapchwan el ijawi choya ke waya kap na kun la khotia khandila ta chunke atro hena chargeat. Chale lichta to ke ha le takomni le chwahi hata takomni le Lakota ya pikile iwag lake. Cha lichta to ke akit le takuku in le bojo hangla ile wakile khai. Takuku helma helo chatoksha ni wagla. Ona woya ke le nana ko num yohahi tatoksa hanai overlap. Oh yeah, good evening and welcome to the KILI radio storytelling hour. This is Brian, Charging Cloud, and I'm up here every Wednesday from 5 to 6, and I bring you Ohunkanka, or long time ago stories, old stories. Sometimes we're a humorous people, so I bring. I have one tonight, and so I want to bring that to you. And then I usually talk about the Lakota language, and then of course the school where I work, what I see and what I hear, and I work with the language, so I usually touch on the language and the children. So I want to say good evening to all of you, and I just came from Pine Ridge, and it's a very nice day, nice spring evening, and it seems like just yesterday when it was very cold, snowing, and the roads are all ice. But now, last night I came through a snowstorm just between Sharps and Manderson. I couldn't even see the road. But today it's a very nice spring day. No snow on the road, dry. It's just like night and day. But if you're out there traveling, enjoy this evening. And today is Wednesday. We're already halfway through the week, and coming up it will be a weekend, and according to the weatherman, it might snow again. So we shall see. And basketball season is over. I watched the state tournaments on public television, and then I listened to KILI radio. They brought the White River, I think it was Stickney, and White River lost, but that was the fourth time they went to the state finals. So I want to say congratulations to the White River Tigers. And springtime, it's not really over. They do have spring basketball leagues, so I'm sure all the future and current basketball players will be playing throughout the spring and summer. This evening I have two stories. One of them is it's an old story that was told by a local person, and I will mention that name when I tell it. And then I have another story. It's a short story, and it's a humor. And I always like to touch on humor because we are humorous culture. So once again, thank you for listening. And when I'm up here, since I always talk on the Lakota language, so I do have some. I always go through my notes, do some research, look in the internet or look at schools and see what they're doing. And I always look for what is the methodology? What are they doing? What are we doing? And sometimes we have we come up with maybe I go to a meeting and then I listen to it, and then I listen to teachers, I listen to administrators, I listen to concerned parents or community members, and then so I usually write these down and then share with you why we are concerned with the Lakota language. So this evening I wanted to share some thoughts here, and I was looking through my notes, and these thoughts came from one of the Lakota language meetings, or maybe even one of those Lakota language summits that we've been having. And and I just wanted to share these, and because today, this week we don't have school. Where we work, we have a spring break. So I was sitting in the home, and the propane truck came, and I went outside and opened the gate, so he backed his propane truck, and I went outside and I talked to the gentleman, and I talked English. I talked to the gentleman in English, in the English language, and he got off and he answered me in Lakota, and so I opened the gate and I went back inside and I told my wife. I said, I talked to the gentleman and he answered me back in Lakota. So I went back outside again and I asked him if he needed any more help, and then I talked to him in Lakota, and he talked to me. He talked back in Lakota. And James, if you're listening, this is one of the reasons. I think sometimes when we see each other, or sometimes if we don't know somebody or someone that we just meet, and even if we both speak Lakota and we use the English language, maybe it's because we don't know each other. But I was really happy. I was surprised, and then it gives me like that. No, this is why we're not using the Lakota language more often. Even when we speak the Lakota language, if we can use it, we should use it. And I'm really glad that James talked to me in Lakota, because you gave me a lot of confidence. You gave me that. You energized me, and then at the same time, I talked to my wife about it, and I said, from now on, when I meet somebody, I will always use my Lakota language first. So thank you very much. Pila mayalo, James. Lila. Le Lakota iapewa. Le hekta kia le nie Lakotia in ha in Khandila in Pilamaya. So I stay alone. I will pila. So it's like that. Sometimes we like at the school. I teach the Lakota language, and one teacher there, she always uses the Lakota language, and even if she just uses like a one or two or three thoughts, 3 phrases, she uses them all the time. Whether it's good morning, or whether it's how are you, whether it's I'll see you later, she always uses it. And that really, like the children, when she does that, they hear her, and then they do the same thing. They come up to me, they shake my hand, and they will say, "Hihani washite, toniktuka huo," or "toniktuka he." Or when they leave, they'll say, "Toksha ke." So that's really good. And then I told them one time, especially like the upper grades, that you keep saying or you keep using these phrases, then and you just keep it going, and pretty soon you're going to add 1 or 2 more words, maybe 1 or 2 more phrases, And pretty soon you will be like my nephew Paha. He can. That's what he did. He listened, he learned, and now he can write and read. And I know all of you that are studying or learning the Lakota language. They always tell you that, and this is also true with the TPR, that you listen, you learn, you read, and then you write. So it works when you use those steps. So I encourage all of you students out there, whether you're with the Lakota College or you're in high school or grade school, even if you only can speak so many phrases, use them all the time. Use them at school. Use them at home. And you'll be surprised that it'll grow. And so I do have some notes here that I wanted to share. And it says here that what steps do we take to recapture our language? And it says, we need to remember how our language survived and design a prescription to revitalization. Now there's one of them was that remember, it is not the fault of our ancestors why we cannot speak. We need to recognize that the fault lies within the philosophy of the oppressors. That's a pretty heavy statement. Okay, and then it says that I don't know about this one. Maybe if you're a linguist, then I have nothing against linguists. But it says here, it has been said that a linguist cannot save a language, but speakers must save the language. So that's whatever. If you're a linguist, then maybe you can answer that. I'm not a linguist. And then it says, remember the teachings of our ancestors. And that is very true. Okay, then it says here, include culture with language. Teach the spirit as well as the meaning of the words. Otherwise, the language is doomed, like Latin and the Catholic Church. Now that, I went through that, so I understand that thought. Okay, and then if you don't understand what is being said, how can you understand the spiritual values of your sacred language? No, they're talking about a long time ago, like I went to a lot of churches, and they mention the Catholic Church here. It's like they conduct the ceremonies in Latin, and then no one understood what was being said. It became a ritualistic, mechanically orchestrated performance. I hope you understand that. But what I understand from there is that when we start doing that, then a lot of people will not understand it. Okay? So remember that. We always have to remember that the spiritual values of the language. Okay, and then it says, train speakers to become teachers. Now this one here, I really like that, because right now, I came across this several times, many times, train speakers to become teachers. They are speakers, but not authoritarian when it comes to instruction, it says. But that first thought, train speakers to become teachers. Right now, where I work, we have teachers, but if we ever lose, say, one or two teachers, and if we start looking for Lakota language teachers, then you're going to put on that. When you look for a teacher, you always have to. We always put down. Okay, you have to have a K8 degree, a K12 degree. Then you have the certification through the state. So it becomes like you're putting down these. They're not really, I always call them barriers. But then you have to when all the schools in the state of South Dakota, you have to go through these. These are laws, or that was put down. So to become if you don't do that, then the state can come down on you. So this is where it's going to be hard for a Lakota teacher or Lakota, somebody that speaks Lakota, and if they don't have this certificate, and if they don't have that K8 and K12, then down the road we need to start train speakers to become teachers. And I think this is where Lakota College will come in. We need to start training. And then the words that I use when I come up here is persevere and committed. So to become a teacher, you have to be committed, especially when you teach the Lakota language. So down the road, we always have to really look for those people that are committed, that people that are into this revitalization movement. So I think that's really important. Those little words, those that little thought there. Train speakers to become teachers. And there's a lot of, that's pretty heavy. Okay. So I thought I would just share that. And also that, I think 2 weeks ago when we were up here, we went through this language. It's when we speak the Lakota language, and of course, since we're a spiritual culture, then it is very important to speak this language, and then I think we talked about that 2 weeks ago. Okay, then the other thing that another one that I would like to share is it says in developing a program to revitalize the language. Now here's one that I really like, because this is what we did. In developing a program to revitalize the language, number one, never ask permission, never beg to save the language. Number 2, never debate the issues. And then number 3, never, and then it says be very action oriented. And that is very important. You need to just act. And then it says use your language as your curriculum. So in other words, what they're saying there is I think like you can talk about like whether it's geography or history, and all these can be done in the Lakota language. So that is very important. But the most important one there is that you just have to do it. That's it. You cannot ask, can I do this? And if you start doing that, then nobody will say go ahead. It's just up to you. Okay, then another one is I think this one came from the Blackfeet language project, and it says show, don't tell. Don't talk about what you will do. Do it and then show it. And that is very important too. Okay, then the other one is I went through this. Don't listen to arguments about dialect. Okay. And there, this is for me. I've listened to a lot of Lakota teachers, a lot of really good, committed Lakota teachers that I listen to, and I hear these all the time, and it's true. But like for me, I always tell people that the Lakota language, like say the Sehung Papha, Nokpashte, Ogalala, Sichangu. No matter where I go, I understand what they are saying. There's very few words that are are a little different, but then we understand it. It's just that they use that word all the time, and then they use the other one. Maybe they use the other one in Cheyenne River. Maybe they use the other one in Rosebud. Maybe they use the other one in Standing Rock. Okay, just a few words. Now this is me. This is how I feel. So, and then we always say, well, what about the Tioshpai? This Tioshpai don't talk like this, or that Tioshpai don't talk like this. Well, and I still stand on what I say. They'll say some words that are not common, but I understand it. So all to me, all Lakota people speak the same language. They use the same words, and there's some words that are different, but we understand it. Like if you look in the Webster's dictionary, one word will have one of them is going to be common, everyday language. The other one, maybe we won't use it all the time. That's why it's number 2. Then there's going to be a number 3. So for me, I can go to Sichangu and understand. I can go to one of their Tioshpais and I'll understand it. I can go to Cheyenne River and understand. I can go to Standing Rock and understand it. I can go to Sisseton. Even when they speak the D language, I will understand it. And then another one that sometimes, like, we want to cross it is there's L language, there's D language, and there's N language. Okay, now here's the other day I had some visitors, and they asked about that. They said, "Do you have 3 languages? The L language, the D language, and the N language." But if we really look at it, and the L language, there's a lot of L language speakers. And then we do have people that will have that D, like the people in Sisseton, people in Crow Creek, people in Standing Rock, north, like I think it's Cannonball. They use the D language, but we understand it. And for me, like the N comes in like we have the speakers in Crow Creek. We call them Wichila in Lakota. When the Wichila talks, then they will start off with the D, but you will hear some N sounds in there. So what I see there is the L is, you can say, predominant. There's many L speakers. Then we have some D. Then some D speakers will also use the N sound. That's the way I look at it. Those can be debated over and over and over again. But that's up to you. If you're really into the Lakota language, and if you're a linguist, then you can talk about these. But we all understand each other. That's my feeling. Okay, now the other one is it says realistic goals. Right now we have a language project at where I work, and we do have. There's goals that we have that it's going to take a long time. It's not going to happen right away. But we always have to say that, okay, we're going to keep talking Lakota to these grades, like K and 1. And what we're doing is, you might use that word stabilizing. And some people might say, well, they're just doing patchwork. But what we're doing is I hear this too. What if you fail? There is no failure. What we're doing is we're trying to revitalize the language, and even you can call it patchwork. So some of these little children can say a few words, maybe they can sing. But if we do it every day, and those 2 words, the perseverance, persevere and committed, then in time they will be able to say many thoughts. And that is our objective. And that is a realistic goal. So it's like right now we have like the other day when I had those visitors, they said, well, how many speakers do you have? How many and you have to tell the truth. I always say that you got to tell the truth. Tell what is true. Tell what is right. And I can go to all these schools all over, Cheyenne River, Standing Rock, Rosebud, right here, and we have very few all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade speakers, even in the college level, whether it's Standing Rock, the Sitting Bull College, or Deglishka, and Lakota College. So that is why we have language projects, and that is why we need to start like training Lakota speakers. These are just things that I collect when I go to like meetings, when I go to summits, and it's not just happening here with the Lakota language. It's happening all over the United States, all the indigenous languages. Okay, the other one is here's one that's another one that I look at it, and it says here, indigenous leadership. And it says here, outsiders cannot lead this movement, although they can serve as helpful allies. Okay, now that, I'll let you think about that. To me, that's like, and when I think about like the dictionaries, the any kind of teaching material, for us, see, we cannot make these. It's something that maybe it's money, maybe we're not together, but we do have like teaching materials. So like say the Lakota Language Consortium, they made one dictionary. They made some really good teaching materials, and I think they're doing. I know they're doing a pretty good job. But a lot of times we will run into this. So I'll leave that up to the teachers, to whoever is working with Language Consortium, or whether it's like someone from California or someone from maybe Germany. It's up to each individual. We just have to use whatever works. And for me, I use whatever I think is good, whatever I think will work. But I think in the end, it's really up to us. It's up to it's up to me and you. It's up to the school, up to the teachers. It's up to the parents. It's up to the community, and it's up to the people. And not only the schools. The schools cannot do this alone. The teachers cannot do this alone. Only one person cannot do this alone. So, like Mr. Whitehead says, you have to tell the bad and the good. So that's what I'm doing this evening. To me, they're all good. So I thought I would share that with you tonight. As a language advocator, I think that I know I truly believe that what I see with the kindergarten and the first graders, that what we're doing is going to work. It's not going to be 1 month, it's not going to be 6 months, it's not going to be 1 year, it's going to take time. So with that, I will leave that those notes alone, and then I'm going to share a story. And the story that I'm going to share is this story. I got it on the. It was emailed to me, and it was from Kathy Applin. She works at the Lakota College. She emailed this to me August 23rd, 2007. And the title of this is Powwows in Heaven. Okay, and here's how it goes. Powwows in Heaven. 2 90-year-old Lakota men. One's name was Joe, and the other one was Sam. Have been friends all their lives. It seems that Sam is dying, so Joe comes to visit him. Sam, says Joe, you know how we have both loved to sing and dance all our lives. Sam, you have done me a lot of favors, so can you do me one favor? When you go, somehow you've got to tell me if there is powwows in heaven. Sam looks up at Joe from his deathbed and says, Joe, you have been my friend many, many years. This favor, I'll do it for you. And with that, Sam passes on. It is midnight a couple of nights later. Joe is sound asleep when a distant voice calls out to him, Hey, Joe. Joe. Who is it? Says Joe, sitting up suddenly. Who is it? Joe, it's me, Sam. Come on, you're not Sam. Sam died. I am telling you, insists the voice. It's me, Sam. Sam, is that you? Where are you? I'm in heaven, says Sam. And I got to tell you, I got some good news and some bad news. Tell me the good news first, says Sam, or says Joe. The good news, says Sam, is that there are powwows in heaven. You should see the grand entries. They are really keen. Really, says Joe. That's wonderful. What's the bad news? They got you down as head singer on Saturday. This comes from yahoo.com. And thank you, Kathy, for this story. I'll tell this in Lakota. Hani woya kekiha machbeata wachipi api. We can't let us yet. Lakota chashanum li la trea kolakichapi. No wanana pi wanie tu ikchemna na ptiun kapi. Moji Sam chapi. Na umakish Joe chapi. Li la trea trea umpi. Jahan Unganahelaka, Sam Kuja, Net Inkta Ogana Spy, Chajo Wangi, Nakichi Wogalake, Jo Trakolaki, Kichi Wakixiapi, Napin Lila Wachipi na Loapi, Wastilakapi, Cha, Hecha, Wogalakapi, Watohan to Yukhan Jo. Takolaki inre Sam Takuma iwachin chink teloe Itash mankata ya iki hechia ashna wachipi hechi umakia ka yoe Eacha takolaki ayuptina Jo Li la treha kolachi acha toksha uchijakin telo einat et acha jol ata lila yokshit ona sem yaina hata nupacha secha jo yumkin han chokan wa han lila taya ishtimerchahan ganahilakna tu acha jata chat khasart acha ni tu ho ya khan thakola kwa yae wa he cha ho yeke jo ina taku solaya ya chima he uchicha kanktelo ya cha jo lila anahopta wonach umashtewa ena wonach onshita wa uchicha kanktelo cha wonach umashteki letkokahya uchicha kanktelo Lecia erstna in wachipi yeloe na wonach onshita ki ish ake uan ka yujaja peki wachipi kta chahel loan itrancha netach nera pi yeloe chata he kili he woya keki ha is Chile oeha komchale no spero ganayo ganayo watch dunna como oeha como yo he stoksa he ina pakke ha okay akte he hekta ke ko no pa he hasecha oeha con kaya kona as mi khoskala kanum uchach bi man khocheta uchaki When Khalish he yecha kes as lens Huxila kile hispaya he zit kala awan kapin ichachya pi kapi hotaya he inupa ke oblak tatoksa in ake talele le Lakota ya primera la calle que le na y host tuktel y omnitia hata le na letsne yogalaka ona le host lona y wani tutona ata le Lakota ya pekele ilagmiche ona لهن وانا خش اللي وكخرجتك ألاب تكتوغ أنا اتهمون قلنا لك خطيئك اللي قناش يويقلوك جانتا اللي توكش كي اتشمبون كبخرج لأوكاخت لهن أوكاخت نويتشين ona tako menile to que chonko punk wogla kaut na I reito khos la khoti ak atsalan khos dachis ni wogla ka hina ampektu le khos khoka he na nu pa yamne top zap وهي ها وكخرج وكتبنا النوم كي نوم بابسلتا وطاشنا وكتبنا النوم أكي عبدي وهي لأن لكوليا وطاشنا كتا ووئي وطاشنا خش لوامي ما تشاش ناس وانا ولا ونيت ولا وهيونيك لو خارج والله هنا اوبشنا والله نخال تاكو امر زهير لو خارج لنا وباسيك تكتك تسنا من بلاك هتا ل وطنك Wita Manyacha Wimahaya Hawaii, Hetchiway, Hetchel, Okachtin, Nalila Hetchun Wanetu, Watonija Le Yapi Kilev Lechon Yuhaya on Inakia on Hoake Yuhiyap. When you can le hoch Yapi Kapi. Kana le hetch alle to keske woord om het ohinnes nkole. To keske chunkumpunka. Ik ga trots le tiktis alla lenen le alloma pi wastlaka. Ta opteras na lonas na akel iutakas na Lakota. Takuku yap na Yapi. Na hier ni yohila na kon lopi. Wapa holon honkaya. Na kon wat cheki olon. Wat hier ni cha yuhalon ticht. Khosle wanet on jile nainish. Wanet ole. Wanet na wanet shakpip. Na hoch wanet akenu pap. Waya. Na le oya aktachi hoch le tros. Ongia na ongi non pa na ongia manit. Tukto ongi lawang tat khensni. Wala himoni kle yuha lena hiabuki. Otsunketa komeni lawang wichunkia. Lawang wichunkia hem tros le wo kelena kiksiap salet. Otsunke hetsikta kusnuki. Und het groot tuktel wonach kib hanta is tuktel wonach wai hanta lena yola kans na gonas na wa kenit. Rest ifage joanele ke tukto na koki tukto na kiuk tam hanat ta komende chon komteget. Thanks na troy na kadawa. You have been listening to the KILI Radio Storytelling Hour, and this is Brian, Charging Cloud, and I will see you again next week. Have a good weekend, and drive carefully, and remember KILI Radio. Things are very expensive nowadays, so remember KILI Radio. When you get a lot of money, remember them. Pilamaya pula.